Have you ever felt like your life has changed, but you haven't? Maybe you moved to a new country, you changed your career, you left the relationship, you started doing a lot of healing. Maybe you even entered the new life you always wanted. But somehow you're finding yourself being stuck in the old life, still circling into old patterns and behaviors. Why is that? This is because change doesn't happen all at once. Change happens in different levels. Your body, your mind, your soul, they all adapt to change at different stages until they don't, but we're gonna get into that in a bit. So today I want to explain to you why your life can change before you do and how to help your inner world match the life you already created or you're in the process of creating. Because if you ever felt like one part of you already stepped into the new life, but another part of you is still standing in the old life, this video is for you. Before we begin, if you're new here, hi, my name is Chrisana. Here we speak all about inner work, inner healing, and self-development. Hi, welcome. If you've been here before, hi, welcome back. And yeah, let's get into the video. So let's talk about why you might be feeling still lost and a bit confused. Even though you got what you wanted, you got into the new level, you healed the version of yourself, you got the job, you got the partner, you moved out of that city, you broke up. So most of the personal development content focuses only on changing your thoughts, changing your mindset. And even though this is incredibly important, this is a really important aspect of life, this is where I stand against. This is where we need to have a conversation, because if you don't understand this, you're not going to be able to move to the next level of your life. You're going to stay stuck in being in conflict with yourself. So the way I see humans is not as a one-dimensional. I don't see humans as only having a mind. We are all multidimensional. I see us humans as whole beings. And what do I mean by that? I see us as mind, body, soul, emotions, spirit, nervous system, and I can go on and on and on. But the way I can simplify it and the way I teach it inside my Metamorphosis course, it is all about us humans having those different sides to ourselves. It's like having different aspects to us, right? So one of those aspects is our cognitive side. This is what most of us are most in touch with, especially in this day and age. So our cognitive side is basically our mental mind, not our brain biologically, but our mind. So how we process information, our memory, our perception, language, and problem-solving skills. And most of the people, when they go through a big life transition, they tend to stay in this level of their human psyche. The next aspect is our emotional side. So this consists of our emotions and how we relate to them, how we experience them. So this can be emotions, feelings, and sensations. Now, we also have somatics, how the body and mind connect to each other. So this consists also of our senses and how our brain processes that. Then we have the spiritual aspect, then we have the cultural, and I can keep going on and on and on and on. We have so many aspects to us, but those are the four main ones: cognitive, emotional, somatic, and spiritual. The thing is, all of those aspects of yourself, they are constantly communicating to each other. They are intertwined. They are not separate from each other. And during a life transition, they rarely change all at the same time. This can happen, but after a lot of inner healing and embodiment work. And this is why you're still feeling stuck right now. Chances are your conscious mind has already accepted the new life. There is no doubt in that, actually. That's why you clicked on this video, right? You know that the relationship ended. You know that moving to the new city was the right choice for you. You know that starting that new career is what you are meant to do, but there is still something missing. Am I right? Intellectually, you moved on, yes, But the thing is, your emotions and your body haven't integrated the new change at all. And this is not about blaming you. We live in a society that doesn't promote or even allow us to process change in this way. So I'm not making this video to blame you. I am making it so you know what to do and you know how to move to the next level. This is where you're feeling right now, like you are living between those two worlds, those two identities, those two doors that they are still open. The old door is still open even though you stepped into the new room. And externally, your circumstances have changed, but internally, your internal experience hasn't changed yet. This is not to blame you for. This happens because we live in a world where our mental side, our cognitive side is all that is being embraced, promoted, and rewarded for. We all read the books, we listen to the podcasts, we watch the YouTube videos, we learn psychology, we learn spirituality, we consume all of this information. We gain incredible insight, that's for sure. But here's the thing that I want to raise awareness on. Information is not the same as integration. Gaining insight is not the same as embodiment. Understanding something doesn't change your perception of something. Yeah, it might reframe things, but it doesn't change your perception in terms of your lived experience. Information changes your mindset. Undoubtedly, that's a fact, but embodiment changes your whole life. It integrates into your psyche, into your being, into your emotions, into who you are as a soul, as a being, as yourself as a whole. So once you integrate something, you don't have to do a lot of things. Things happen instantaneously. Not that you don't require any effort, any action to pursue your life, to achieve your dreams. No. It is about things starting happening naturally for you. You're gonna stop numbing yourself. You're gonna stop engaging in all of those protective mechanisms, perfectionism, procrastination, people pleasing. You're gonna stop doing that naturally after you integrate what hasn't been integrated yet. You live that. You know in your body that this is how it is to have this experience. This is embodiment. And because embodiment has become this buzzword, I want to give it a bit more space here. So embodiment is helping your body experience what your mind already knows to be true. It is like saying to yourself, I am worthy, I am enough, I deserve to have this in my life, I deserve to be healthy, I deserve to have this career, I deserve to have this money, I deserve to be in a healthy relationship, anything and everything. But taking that and integrating that into your body, into your lived experience, not just saying that out loud and secretly not believing that, because we all have done that, right? Affirming things that we don't truly believe. And only if we sit in meditation, only if we sit and actually give this affirmation space, we realize that, oh, there's another part of us that doesn't believe this to be true. And so we are constantly in this inner conflict. That's why you cannot move entirely into the next level of your life. You're in inner war with yourself and you don't even know that. So it's time to create inner peace. And if you want to know more about inner peace, because this is an essential component of a meaningful life, wherever you are right now, in a life transition or not, I created a guide from chaos to inner peace. I'm going to leave it here. Feel free to watch that after. It's going to blow your mind. But the point is that embodiment is a choice. It's a choice we constantly have to make to consciously inhabit the full spectrum of our human experience. Again, it goes back to multidimensionality. It goes back to having all of those aspects, those beautiful aspects within ourselves that we forgot about, that we abandoned along the way. It's time to reclaim them. And embodiment is the way to go. This is where your identity in this new phase of your life starts to shift naturally because you did the inner work of embodiment, right? So now the choice comes to you as second nature. How beautiful that our human spectrum, that our multidimensionality gave us this choice, this experience. How beautiful that God, universe, call it what you want, gave us this multidimensionality. And you get to do that. You get to embody the next level of yourself wherever you are right now in your life. After embodiment and integration, it just becomes natural. You don't have to do a lot of things after that, even if it seems contradicting. No. You've done the hard work, which is integrating and embodying and excavating, which again, it's all things we do inside Metamorphosis. But truly, it is activating all the things that were already inside of yourself. I'm just helping you to get there through activating all of the inner resources you already have inside of yourself. And of course, those are also tools that I've built. But the main philosophy behind that is that you're the guide of yourself and you know better. You know better than I do. Sometimes we look for answers outside of ourselves when we already possess the answers. Other people outside of us, they are just guides to get us back to our wholeness. They are just mirrors that we can be guided by to get back to our wholeness and integration. This is how you get unstuck from being both in the new life and in the old life. This is how you enter fully this new life. One last thing I want to add here before I guide you into a quick embodiment practice in terms of getting unstuck from that space we've been discussing all throughout this video. And if you've been here for a while, you heard me talking about that. So usually when we are going through a big life transition, there's a specific self-activated archetype that gets activated. And this is because different protective parts of ourselves get activated during life transitions. And the thing that we've been discussing in this video, being unable to move to the new chapter, being unable to move forward, feeling frozen in time, even disconnected from yourself. This is all characteristics of one of those archetypes. And this is the Daydreaming Queen. So if you are the Daydreaming Queen, you might recognize yourself in this. If you're not, that's okay too. Sometimes we have two main archetypes. So the thing that I want to say to all my Daydreaming Queens out there, because most of us here, we are Daydreaming Queens and the Warrior Human, and we have two more archetypes. If you want to know yours, I'm going to link the free quiz down below. Feel free to take it and come back and let me know which one is your archetype during this big life transition. And yeah, the thing that I want to say to you, that you recognize yourself in the Daydreaming Queen, is that it is okay to move at your own pace. Don't compare yourself to other people who move seemingly faster. They have their own woundings, their own pains, their own gifts. Focus on yourself. You have your own unique gifts and wounds. Focus on that. That's going to take you further in life than anything else. The most important thing is that you keep moving at your own pace. That's all you need to do. And now I want to invite you in this short practice. So what we're going to do together is we are going to do a practice to get you out of that freezing response of being unable to move to the next chapter of your life. So what I want you to do is all throughout this practice to bring to the mind this part of yourself that still feels stuck into that old life, the part of you that cannot close the door behind, the one that still feels like it needs to be in that old life. And now what I want you to do is find a space and a place that it's quiet, sit comfortably, maybe sit on your chair just like me, on your bed, maybe roll your mat. And we're gonna start in a bit. I'm just gonna move the mic here because we're gonna use our hands, so just give me a moment. Okay, so if you sat comfortably right now, maybe soften your gaze or close your eyes and just focus on your breath just for a moment. Maybe inhale through your nose. Hold it at the top just for a moment. And exhale through your mouth with a sigh. One more time. Inhale through your nose. Hold it at the top. And exhale through your mouth. Long exhale. Just settling here, noticing your body, the contact it makes with the mat, with the chair, the points that it touches, the chair and the mat. Just noticing. And now what I want you to do is take your fist and close it gently and start tapping. Maybe start tapping your collarbone or just follow my lead. And just start tapping lightly, gently, seeing how your body responds. If anything at any point feels overwhelming, feel free to stop. Your neck, just slowly tap. Maybe take your other hand and start tapping both of your arms, or one at a time, whatever feels best for your own body. Just notice how it feels. Maybe there are vibrations, maybe there is tingling, a tingling sensation. Just keep noticing and keep tapping lightly. Maybe now you want to close your eyes. Keep tapping your hands, your forearm, even your palm. Move to the other hand. And keep noticing. Maybe that slowly wakes up the body. Keep seeing. Keep paying attention to the sensation of the light tapping. Now move to your shoulders, maybe one at a time. If you cannot reach, don't worry. Just focus on your hands. Other shoulder, maybe only the top if you cannot reach. And if at any point you feel the need to side out or your eyes water, know that's completely normal. Just let it out. Now to the torso. I like here tapping with both of my hands, but feel free to do one at a time. Keep tapping, keep tapping. Just noticing. Does it bring energy to your body? Any other sensations? Openness, expansion. Maybe your back now, if you can reach. You might not be able to see me, but keep going, maybe with your eyes closed. Ooh. Side out if it feels right to your body. Just keep following your body's cues. Now your legs, your thighs, your hips. Just keep noticing. Keep noticing. Keep tapping while noticing. And once you finish at your own time, take one hand and bring it to your heart space, the other one to your belly or your forehead, and just sit here just for a while, taking in all of this goodness, all of this warmth. Just staying here for a while, integrating the movement you just created, taking it all in. Maybe taking a deep breath in and out through your mouth with a sigh. Maybe now slowly moving your wrists, circling your wrists, and slowly coming back and opening your eyes. Welcome back. Maybe you want to shake it out right now, get up, move your body in any way it needs right now or it doesn't need. Maybe you want to settle down. Follow your body and let it guide you. So this is embodiment. Obviously, this is one of the ways you can employ so many techniques. This is designed gently to wake up the body, to wake up this part of yourself that's been stuck in the old life. And the more you do it, the more you're gonna feel unstuck. Repetition is the key in everything in life, especially when moving to new levels. This is helping your body to experience moving through that new chapter gently and slowly. You don't have to do anything big. Slow and steady always wins. Slow, steady, and consistent, actually. You're helping your body to slowly integrate safety, so this part of yourself can move to the next level safely, because chances are, since it hasn't moved to the next level, it doesn't feel safe to do so. Your next identity is not something you think your way into. Your next identity is something you gradually become, and you are the one that can make that happen. Don't ever forget that. So this was the video for today. I want you to remember that healing is not about thinking about things, it's not about changing your mindset, it's about integrating all aspects of you into this new life transition, into this next chapter of yourself, because you can do it. You just forgotten that you have different parts of yourself that need integrating, and now you know, now you are ready. You are ready. And if you need more help with that, you want to dive deeper into this life transition, you want to get into the next level of your life, feel free to check Metamorphosis. Now we have a self-paced version, which I'm so excited about. You have all of the modules, all of the courses, all of the exercises, embodiment, hypnosis. This is what we do inside Metamorphosis. We get you into embodiment by integrating all parts of yourself. So if you want to get from chaos to inner peace, from instability into internal and emotional safety, this is the space for you. I'm going to leave it down below. Feel free to join us. Your whole life and perception of life is going to change through changing the internal. Everything inside you is going to change because you're going to focus on the internal. Firstly, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for giving me this little piece of your time, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.